And welcome back. You're listening to or watching episode 35 of the Four Eyes Academia podcast. I am your host, Estelle, and today I'm joined by Abby.
Hello.
And Prime.
Show.
So I hope you guys enjoyed listening to our last episode, in which we were celebrating the 35th anniversary of Zelda. So as you can probably tell by the title, today's episode is a little bit different. So we are going to be talking about the newest and actually quite popular Netflix series called Behind Her Eyes, which was good, which is why we're all here to have a chat about it and kind of just delve into some of the different themes, what our overall thoughts were of this psychological thriller. I'd say at the start, we're going to be here to kind of dissect and talk about Behind Our Eyes, which is a Netflix series. I thought what might be helpful for us to start is I found just a quick summary of the series. And also to say,
before we get into it, let's let people know, disclaimer, this is a spoiler.
I was just about to say this.
Yeah.
As spoiler filled
Yes.
episode.
Yeah.
So click on the button at your own risk, please.
Bro. Once you get to this point here in the audio or the visual, whatever, once you get to this point, anything that you hear about the show beyond this point is none of our business. Do you know what I mean? It's none of our business.
Will say, I will shout who died right now. 3 seconds.
And that's on period poo.
Listen, that's on period. I will shout who died.
Please, as you both heard, Abby and Prime, you have been warned. So Behind Our Eyes is it's a Netflix drama which follows the story of the divorced London mother named Louise, who has an affair with her psychiatric boss, David. So the series is split into 6 episodes, and the first episodes detail the ins and outs of her affair with David and also her secretive friendship with his wife, Adele. Also kind of detailing some of the issues that she experiences with her dreams and her day-to-day life, going about work and looking after her son. So to start off with, what would be really great to kind of know is what were your overall thoughts of the series, and did it kind of meet your expectations of it as being a psychological thriller?
Can I give my summary first? Yeah.
Okay.
So this is like Inception meets Gone Girl, yeah, where you have a crazy wife with a bob and a husband that you can't sympathize with, yeah, because I did not sympathize with David.
I didn't either.
And then there's just a bunch of dreams that people are traveling through. So if you
I like that Inception, Gone Girl.
Yeah, Inception meets Gone Girl. That is the summary. That is the synopsis. I don't care.
I'm not gonna let the Inception bit slide because
why not?
Inception, why not? Tell us.
It's not a Nolan level thriller at all. I'm just saying the concept,
the themes and concepts, as Abby said. Exactly. I agree with Abby.
In this show, we're not traveling through. What the hell?
You're going against women right now. We both agree with each other, so leave it be, okay?
What the fuck? I disagree with the Inception part because it's not like they're traveling through dreams. It's not like a dreams in dreams. You know what I mean, it's just astral projection, which
listen.
And in my opinion, that's the worst theme in the show. But we move.
Yeah, you know what?
Oh, okay. We'll get to that. Because I've got some questions.
Yeah, it was a bit. But what was the question?
What was overall thoughts? Does it meet your expectations as a psychological thriller?
I mean, it was a slow burner. At the end, I guess it did. I guess when you figure out the plot, or like you see the plot twist, it does. When you think back on it, yeah, it is a pretty decent psychological thriller. It could have been a bit more fast-paced. At first I thought it could have been a movie, but I guess it being drawn out did kind of add to the whole suspense of it. So yeah, it met my expectations only at the end. That's it.
Yeah, Joe, fair enough. I'll agree with that. I feel like there's thrillers that I watch, I'm like, oh my god, what happens next? What happens next? What happens next? What happens next? I didn't feel like this throughout the whole of the show. I think maybe like the last 2 episodes, right? I've got to watch these together. not to be like, right, I've got on my just deserves here, innit? Just desserts. Let's call it just desserts. Overall, I think it's all right. I feel like I enjoyed it. Let me not take it. It's good. I recommend it to people that like thrillers, especially psychological thrillers. It's a good watch. I would never like detract that, and it's British as well. Affairs. It was one affair.
One with the lady that lived in Brighton or whatever.
Yeah,
that wasn't even a fade. He just spoke to her.
He really just spoke to that girl.
He just spoke to her. He had really one affair, and that's the current one that he was having.
He really just spoke to her.
With what's her face, Jodie or whatever, bruv.
You know what? I don't know what it is. It's like literally why I compared it to Gone Girl is the same reason I couldn't sympathize with whoever
the husband in Gone Girl.
Yeah, Ben Affleck played whoever it was. He was just he was going through it. Like he was the victim there, but I could not.
You just hate men.
Abby, do you hate men?
Right. Maybe all right. Maybe that is the reason. But I also think he's just not a likable character at all. Like there's just something about him. The only time I did feel sorry for him was a bit towards the end. But I just saw that. Okay, so it was a hunch at first. I wasn't convinced. It was just a hunch. But then I was like, but this is a thriller, and everyone was like, oh my god. So maybe that's what everyone was being oh my god over. And then I started seeing more patterns. I started seeing the way Adele just was, and then I saw Rob's flashback, and I was absolutely convinced. The first time we saw David, he was in love with him. Then I saw that he said he was lonely and he just didn't have anyone, to talk to, and he just didn't like his life. And then what else did I see? I saw he was cooking a lot. And in this show, he cooks a lot. I don't know. That was a weak one, but I did notice that as well. He loved cooking. He cooked them an extravagant meal, and then
David never even bothered to eat. He was just like, "Oh, you cooked."
And then Adele, and then yeah, exactly. And then it was just like, and then I knew that Rob was gay, so he was in love with Thingy. And yeah, after that, I was just convinced that no one could tell me different. And then it was just and then the plot twist happened. But to be honest, something was really weird from the very beginning. When I first saw the first episode I watched, yeah, and then there was a sex scene. That sex scene was one of the most awkward scenes I've ever watched, because it literally felt like, at first I was like, are these not siblings? Like why are they
so first one
uncomfortable?
between Adam and
Adele. when he tells her to turn, not Adam, David.
David, please. Oh my god.
when David turns her over, and then that's when he finally gets his
yeah, and then she kept saying I love you, and listen, yeah, I was like, this is nasty. Why did you? I don't understand why you just had sex with her. Why didn't you just not have sex with her if you're so disgusted by the idea of having sex?
But maybe he's trying to love her. Maybe he's trying
for 10 years. No, I'm sorry, but he was not trying. Do you know why he stayed? He was scared. He's a coward. That's why he stayed. He was scared that someone else was going to get hurt.
Suddenly, 2 days later,
Louise didn't get a new wig, so clearly there was no time.
She wore that same shit wig throughout the whole series.
Can you talk about this wig? Because I have it on my point. I was saying to Abby earlier, I was thinking, I feel like, obviously we know how production is they don't always have the black team to look after the black cast to make sure they look appropriately, how they could look their best as black people. But I feel like the messiness of the wig was a metaphor to kind of convey the messiness of her life. Wait, Prime is
this statement sounds anti-black from the jump.
It's the stylist's fault, not us.
This sounds
the stylist is doing her hair. Was like, I feel inspired.
What stylist?
I feel
We've
inspired.
spoken about this before. About the infamous hairband that goes over shit hair. That it seems to be synonymous with a lack of a black stylist on set.
Course. It was a white stylist. Let's not even get twisted, because
I'm pretty sure it's a white stylist.
This has beautiful hair. She has beautiful hair in real life. I've seen it. I've seen a picture. Her hair is amazing. And then they did all of that. Put a slick back a ponytail.
And it wasn't even slicked.
They put a fucking dry ass wig on top of her hair, on top of all of that amazingness.
Guys, although we're aware of the likelihood that there wasn't a black stylist on set, if it hadn't been intentional to have her wig like that, wouldn't you agree that it was a metaphor to kind of equate just the messiness of that with her?
Nah.
She's a mess.
With her life.
To be honest, she's a mess. Because you know why? You know why I said I agree a little bit is, throughout the whole time that she was Louise, she just looked a mess. She barely took care of herself. Like from the first episode, she had ketchup on her shirt. She had ketchup on her shirt. She had sweaty pits, sweaty back. Like, this was a mess.
Everywhere she went, she was wearing loungewear to work. What?
This was a mess.
Yo, you niggas is poor shaming. You niggas is poor shaming. This is poor shaming.
But listen, I mean, you can make Primark look good, but sis made Primark look like Primark, yeah? Like, she was a mess, yeah? I understand you're a single mother that barely sleeps. I understand that, but there is no excusing that. It is
She suffers from
No,
night
no, Abby,
terrors,
that wasn't
guys.
Primark. That was Matalan.
Listen, oh God, like, I mean, you can make anything look good. Listen, you can make anything look good if you try, but sis was not trying. She was there eating her sausage roll, like on her chest like this. What did she think was gonna happen? You're wearing a white shirt. You didn't think to put a napkin. You didn't think to, eat with it over the table. Like your pinky up or some shit. No, you said, let me just eat. Let me put a tissue here and put the sandwich on top. Why not? But yeah,
because the contrast of her dress sense was so different.
Yeah, and then when she was Adele, and when she was Rob, sorry, that's when she was like dressed up all night.
She just had some heels on,
Okay, firstly, let's
her hair was still dry, but there was a bit of pink, that olive oil sheen thing,
Okay.
That was
pink lotion she had.
It was pink sheen.
I can't believe Rob, a white man, took care of your hair better than you did.
That was my discussion. That's my discussion point. Is now that Rob is obviously black, do you reckon he'll say the word nigger freely?
Absolutely. Rob been saying the N-word, bro. Bro been saying the N-word. He's a crackhead that lives on the estate. He says the N-word every day. Like, the only time he probably didn't say the N-word was when he was Adele, because I can't imagine Adele saying the N-word. But now that he's Louise, he's gonna be saying the N-word, and Adam's just gonna look at his mom sideways. Like, you've never said this before.
Who is this woman?
He's gonna be like, what? Mom, that's a bad word. I've never heard you say that. You said I'm not allowed to say it because I'm white. He said, Mom, you said I wasn't black enough to say the N-word.
Now look at
you. Why are you saying it?
Do you think Rob was like making sure that like Louise was still creamed on that as well?
Okay.
I'm crying because Rob as Louise is the funniest thing.
First thing you did was go to YouTube and type in "Fussy hair."
Oh my God! Imagine like he was Louise and then he tries to remove the wig and he's like, "No, let me just keep it on." Nope.
How do you remove this shit?
On the point of astral projection, do you guys think it's real?
I mean,
if you're a witch, yeah.
You know what? Yeah,
that was a witch.
Have you guys? No, but I was gonna say that. You know how she said her great grandmother was a witch. Yeah. And then she said that she used a spell to stop her husband's heart. That's why I thought, wait, did they just bring witchcraft up on this shit? Like,
and that's where I almost tuned out.
I was like, witchcraft. Hello,
said, this shit is ridiculous. Now
this went Nollywood.
I'm out.
From Netflix to Nollywood real quick.
Like,
fam, because where the hell did this come from? And then it said astral projection. I was still a bit like, yeah, okay, fine, but I was like, I think the reason why they can do it is because they have night terrors and there's just something subconscious going on there that kind of helps the astral projection happen, I guess. But I was thinking, have you guys ever had a dream where you know what's going on in your room?
Oh no.
Okay, well I've had dreams.
I've been astral projecting.
Dreams where I can literally see what's going on in my room. Like,
but can you see your body?
No, I don't see my body. I see my, like, as if to say my eyes are open and I can move my head, but I'm sleeping. I'm not moving. Like, but I can see that things are going on in my room. Like if someone walks in, I can see it. I can see
Are you telling us that you've actually been astral projecting? Just tell us.
Yeah, okay.
No, the thing is, I don't know because I'm not saying that I can see my body because then
behind thee, Satan. Get behind thee.
I don't think it's astral projection. I just think it's some kind of like, my mind just opens, I guess, and my third eye opens and I can just somehow see everything that's going on in the room. But I don't know. But I feel like that's happened to me before, but not astral projection, because then that was going on. So Yeah, it is just there's a lot of things that I wish was explained better, but
Yeah.
I enjoyed it for what it was, I guess.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Like
I
I'll
can't
still
ask for
give it.
more.
I'll still give it like a 6, 7 out of 10. Like I'll still say like
Same.
watch it. I wouldn't think it's like a perfect thriller. I wouldn't call it like a Girl on the Train or
Absolutely.
But it did what it had to do.
yeah, like
It
as a
scratched- it
series,
scratched that
I was
itch, yeah.
interested in after. I mean, like I was like, okay, like a good thriller. Like I liked it. I can recommend it. Like I can talk about it. And be like, oh my god, plot twist. You know what I mean? And the fact that if you were an average viewer, not like a proper like an Abby, like it's gonna analyze everything. That plot twist would have fucked you up. You'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Which was for most people.
It was
It was
still
like
fucking me up, so I did enjoy that. Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, my
And so-
iPad's about to die. It's about
okay,
to
cool.
just
Let's wrap.
die.
Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it
Wrap
up.
it up
So
then.
it's about to just. But yeah, so are there any final thoughts? Well, those were your final thoughts. Anything else to add? I think I do agree with Prime. I'd give it a 6, 7 out of 10. I feel like Netflix is coming up with some really interesting series like that. Every now and again, we'll get a series like Behind Our Eyes that we can really dissect. So it was an enjoyable watch. And I'm sure I've seen loads of theories on Twitter, like people asking for a part 2. That would be fun to watch, but I don't think we need one.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough there for you to give me a second like series. I don't think like unless it's a completely different story or something else.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like the Haunting of Hill House and Bly House. Do you know what I mean? Like if they went down that route, or like an American Horror Story was like, all right, each season is a standalone set of stuff, then I can accept that.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't want to see Louise ever again. Like, I'm sorry.
She
Don't
can
be a
kick
Louise,
rocks.
guys,
She can
please.
kick
Yeah.
rocks.
Don't ignore the signs. Don't ignore the red flags.
Listen to your friends. Stay out of people's business.
Yes.
That's the true one. Pay the business that minds you. Stay at home. Eat your rice. Sis, your rice is burning at home. Stay there.
Exactly.
Finish. Cool. So that was it. Thanks, guys, for tuning into episode 35. Do tweet along with us when we post our episode. We'd be great to hear your thoughts on the series if you've watched it. Yeah. Don't forget to interact with us as well. And as we always let you guys know, make sure you're following us on our socials at 4 Eyes Academia on most of the things. And make sure you tune into our weekly Twitch lives that we have on a weekly basis. So make sure you don't miss out on that. And thanks again for listening in and tune in for episode 36. This was Estelle, Abby, and Prime. Sure. And look at Abby. Woo! And this was the cast of today's episode. Bye.